What's good, everybody? Welcome back to, Candid Convos Impromptu. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Chloe on deck. We got Vince on deck. Say what's up to the people, y'all.
Hello.
What's up, y'all?
What's good, man? Shout out to all the viewers. I see we got a little chunk of folks in here already, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's about to go down. I said, y'all,
It's
y'all
a
got us
serious
up.
situation.
I see. Got us up in here on our day off. We supposed to be off today. And folks was like, no, we got to have this conversation. I'm like, well, y'all want to have it? Let's go ahead and have it. So let me do this real quick while I'm thinking about it. Everybody watching us right now, let's say hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that share button. Yeah, let's say we're live right now on YouTube and Facebook. So hit that like, hit that share, and hit that subscribe over YouTube. Help us out. All right. This is Donovan in the building. He said, wow, 2 days in a row. Good evening. Good evening, man. It's getting serious out here, Donovan. It's getting serious out here, man. We had to come back for a redo. Or better yet, to run it back. We had to come back and run it back today, man. So shout out to you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you, brother. Let me do this real quick while I'm thinking about it. Here's the link to the panel. So you can drop this in your Google Chrome, your Microsoft Edge, Apple device, whatever you got. Join us on the panel. I'm actually encouraging y'all to come on the panel tonight. I want to get into this. But let's see, you do have the ability to cut your camera off if you choose. We always encourage you to keep your camera on for a better show, better engagement. So I'm gonna leave this up for a little bit. We also have this in all of the chat feeds, so you can catch it on the Kandid Convos page on Facebook, Kandid Convos on YouTube, or you can shoot me a message and I'll fire it right to you, make it nice and easy. But I'm gonna leave this up here for a little bit. And Kenyatta in the building too. She said, good evening, everyone. Shout out to Kenyatta checking in as well. I see this about to go down right here. It's about to go down. All right. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Somebody reached out to me about being a sponsor. So, yeah, if you're interested in being a sponsor on the Kandid Convo show, you can shoot us an email at getwithkp. So that is GETWITH, the letter KP at gmail.com. And like I said, we'll add your business into the credits, or we'll actually put you up on the show while we out here live. So shoot us that email, getwithkp at gmail.com. All right. Let me drop that down. All right, so man, we're gonna go and get on into this, man. Let me drop this title for tonight. Title for tonight. Where is the respect? Run that back. Title for tonight. Where is the respect? All right. So I made a post today. You know, I'm sure you guys are aware of the situation with Keke Palmer and her boyfriend, baby father, confidant. I don't even know how to title my man. Let me go to Vince. Vince, how would you title my man? What's his official title, man?
Baby daddy.
Oh, we're gonna leave it just like that. But yeah, it's a little controversy going on out here. It was a video that surfaced with Keke, and my man must saw the video. He had a response, took it to the internet, and it all blew up from there. I dropped the post. We got a lot of folks on the post, so it's getting real out here. So we're gonna get on into this and get on into this conversation.
Usher kicked off his My
All right, all right, all right, all right. Topic for tonight. Where is the respect? All right. So I'm gonna do this real quick just so we got the full context, the full context. Yeah, I don't want to leave my brother hanging out here. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll try to blow it up as best I can, but I'm gonna read it anyway. So this is from her baby's father. His name is Darius Dalton. He says, "We live in a generation where the man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase her booty cheeks. Man, to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my reputation and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case." Okay. So that's what the young fella had to say right there. So yeah, so this thing, of course, has sparked some controversy. You know, folks going back and forth as we do. You know, like I said, at the end of the day, I think it is a valid discussion. You know, we kind of touched on some of this a little bit yesterday, but here we are again already on the next day. So yeah, I want to have that conversation. So anybody down in the comments, drop a comment. You know, I'm gonna go to my panel first, and we're gonna get on into this. So I'm gonna go to Vince, or I'm gonna go to Chloe, and we're gonna have this conversation here. Let me get this comment up real quick that Donovan dropped. He said, "A lot of respect is in the trash these days." Okay, all right, I appreciate that comment right there, Donovan. All right, so Chloe, Vince, what y'all thinking about this all, man? I don't know. I look like Vince ready to get it off his chest, man. Go ahead, Vince.
Well, first of all, I would apologize that I wasn't on yesterday. I was having a little family time. You know, we had went to Cleveland.
Okay, good.
Just like Detroit, passed it by. But we had some friends there, and they had a 4th of July, so we went down and spent a little time. But I got a hot one off the deck. I know I haven't come, with a lot of fragrances, but of course, I got this one for Father's Day. And this is Louis Vuitton.
Okay.
L Immensity, I think it is. It's a perfume, oil base, which I don't know if you understand that oil base is better than the toilet because the perfume is oil based, it lasts longer. This in here, oh boy, they keep this in the back. You can't test this one. They gotta see if you got your green card to test this one. You can't go in there and be like, let me see that no. But this one right here is definitely for your luxury evening. You going to Roost Chris, you going to Morton's, you got a night of town at the Ritz or something. This the one right here.
Okay, so you saying that's
Vuitton.
So you saying that's the official PD right there?
Oh, this Louis Vuitton. I mean, you don't have to say nothing else. Louis Vuitton.
I ain't mad at it, man.
But let's get, you know what? I blame this young cat 1,000%. I put it all on him.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
He got out of his lane. He should have stayed in that slow lane.
Right.
Keke Palmer's a famous actress.
Right.
And if you ever heard her in an interview, she said exactly what she means. She don't hold it up at all. So if you can see that she's independent, she's aggressive, she do her own thing. So I blame him for 1,000%. And first of all, that's not your family. That's your baby mama. That's not your wife. Now that might be your kid, but that's not your wife. So you can't act like you want husband respect when you're not a husband. And it's obviously a reason why they're not married. And it's probably because she got the money.
Okay.
So I think he need to shut up. I think he need to just evaluate and be like, look, maybe I got in over my head. Maybe we can just do this co-parenting thing and I can go find me little Maria around the block that's the cashier at Walmart, and we can make it work. Because all I know is him to be is Keke Palmer's baby daddy.
Mm.
That's who he's. Keke Palmer baby daddy. That's who he always gonna be. And
Ooh-wee.
his ego was overflated because he's not in Usher or Keke Palmer's lane. And sad note, that residency in Vegas for Usher, that's a bad man. That's a nice concert. If you're able to go, it's worth the money.
Okay. All right. Good to
But
know.
yeah,
Good to
I
know.
blame him 1,000%. I don't even blame Keke. Keke is an actress, and on top of that, first of all, she's a single woman.
Right.
She's single. So if you
Mm.
wanted the respect of a husband, you should have married her. If she wanted to marry you, which she probably don't. So I blame him 1,000%.
Okay. All right. All right. I hear that. I hear that. Let me get some of these comments, then we're going to go to Chloe real quick. Hold that thought, Chloe. I'm going to come to you. I see your face over there. Let's see. Donovan said, I am not one who looks at entertainers and what they do on stage or on camera as real life situations. When these folks, entertainers, are in the public in full character, I feel they are being compensated. Oh, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Good comment there, Donovan. Let's see. Kenyatta said, in my opinion, that is bedroom attire. She should have kept it at home for her man. Ooh-wee. Okay, Kenyatta said she was out of place with that one. Let's see. Kenyatta also said, oh, Vince, please drop the name in the comments. All right, Vince, you got to drop a name to that fragrance in the comments, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, Chloe, go ahead and what you want to say about this one?
So I agree with Donovan in the sense that I don't really follow entertainers like that. I had to be told by somebody that this was even going on because I don't follow these people. I don't really stay tapped in.
Right.
But I do like to use, I'll be honest, I do like to use them as case studies.
Right.
Because I think it's quite interesting. Obviously, they live in a completely different world. Because as far as I'm concerned, Hollywood is just a completely different world than what we live in our everyday lives. So I get that. But I want to first start off by saying I don't really know this young man's like net worth or what he is, but he is also in the entertainment industry as well. He looks like he's done a few movies. He's been executive producer of a show, a TV show or something like that. So he does have something going for himself. Now, what his financial worth is, I have no clue. I don't really know. But obviously the star in that relationship is Keke, right? And I see a lot of people making comments like, oh, well, he didn't marry her, right? And I'm with you guys. Like I feel like until a man is willing to put his name on you, there is a certain amount of claim that he doesn't get 100% complete claim over you. But I do feel like if you guys are exclusive, and you're dating exclusively, that his opinion should matter to you. His opinion should matter to you. I feel like there is a certain amount of respect that you should give him just as being the man in your life because you have allowed him to be that. You've accepted him in your life in that way. So is it husband level? No. But is there an amount of respect that he should get? Sure, absolutely. And he should give you a certain amount. And so I think that how we conduct ourselves in relationships is a snapshot of how we're going to behave in a marriage. Can you know every single detail about a person? No. But at the same time, I hate to say it, and I know ladies don't like this, but this is an audition.
Facts.
And why would that man put his name on you when you out here with Lord, I don't know if it's any less of an appropriate word. I was going to say the A word, but you out here with your tail out. You got your games out. Like, so let's just be real about this thing. We all adults. Like, I'm not saying that now you're a mom, so you need to be, covered from your neck all the way down to your ankles. I'm not telling you that. But at the same time, one, you're a mom. Two, you're a very public figure. So your child is going to get older and be able to go back and review all of these videos, all of the interviews, everything that you've ever said and ever done. And I think it's easy to laugh it off when you're younger and you say things or you do things. But now you're older. You're not a child anymore. And you are a mom. And I do believe there's a certain amount of respect you should have for the position that you now have, because in my personal opinion, being a mother is the single most important thing you'll ever do. And I feel like there should be a certain level of respect that you give yourself. There should be a level of respect that you give the person that you're with. And I believe there's a certain level of respect that you should give to the position that you now hold as a mother. And no, you should not have your tail out in public, gyrating all over another man, because if you and this gentleman were to get married one day, once again, this stuff never dies. This footage never dies. It doesn't go away. So, I mean, I just feel like we're making permanent decisions, um, in a temporary mindset. And you might have been feeling real good that day, but were you thinking about how that would really look and how that might translate? He has every right to feel some type of way about that. If he's dating her exclusively, and we don't know the nature of their union, because everybody's saying, well, he ain't married her. How do we know that she even want to be married to him? We're talking about he ain't married her, but we don't even know if she's ever expressed any interest in wanting to marry this man. So we put it all on the fact that he hasn't proposed or he hasn't asked her, but we don't know if they've had a conversation and decided they about to Oprah and Stedman this thing on out.
Mm.
Now, it might not be my way, but this is common in Hollywood. So, I mean, I just think that we are allowing too much. We are excusing too much. Women are out here co-signing all kinds of foolishness. I told y'all last night at the last show. It's women in the comments when all this ridiculous is going on. Talking about something, let them live their best life. It's women doing this. Men walking around in skirts and dresses claiming that they heterosexual. And the women, the first one, black women in particular, the first ones in the comments, let them live their best life. Let him be great. He just expressing himself. And like I said last night, I'm gonna say it again. It's all good until they start coming for your son, for your man. Y'all gonna get enough of this? Let them live their best life. There's some foolishness going on. And if you don't call out foolishness, when it starts, it's going to continue to accelerate and grow. Now, I believe her child I think she has a son.
I think so, yeah.
I think it's a boy. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, how would you feel? I don't know. It's a boy, so I can't completely compare, but would you want your daughter out somewhere with her whole behind hanging out for everybody to see? I mean, we got to start thinking about the decisions that we make.
Okay. Let me get some of these comments. Let's see. Donovan said, how do we know this wasn't scripted? She may have been in the dressing room getting triple X up before the curtain raised. She could have, Donovan. She could have, man. I don't know, though. Looking at this video, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, my bad. That just flipped. Let's see. Kenyatta said, how do we know they're not married? We really don't know. Yeah, no, that's true, Kenyatta. We don't know. They definitely aren't representing it in the traditional sense. I don't see no rings and nothing like that going on. But, to your point, they could be married. Let's see. Donovan says soap operas had a window back in the day. 12:30 p.m. through 4 p.m. Monday through Friday on channels 2, 4, and 7. Man, shout out to Guide and Lighten As the World Turns. Shout out to that. Yeah, grandma used to be locked in on them stories. Victor Newman and all of them. Shout out to that. Let's see. Donovan also said no drama operas today, 24/7, 365. Yeah, for sure. Definitely now is drama operas for sure.
But you know what? I think it's also an example of, even though these people are celebrity, they're still human beings, and they still have almost the same relationship that everybody else have. They have their parenting issues. They have father issues. And I think this is also an example of trying to change people. Because I'm not surprised by the interviews I've heard from her, and I'm not surprised that she walk around with her booty out. So maybe he thought, well, if we have this baby, she's gonna quote unquote turn into a mother. And I think that's what a lot of people suffer from. They think that, oh well, if we get married, he'll work. Or if we get married, she'll cook. Oh, if we get married, he'll be more attentive to the kids. He'll help me more. If I had this baby, he'll love me more. If I get this job, she'll love me more. And people are who they are. And I'm not surprised at all. And I think that with this whole body positivity thing, and to be honest, Gabrielle Union had a dress similar to that. Her and Taraji P. Henson had her breasts and the nipples covered to go to that little gala or something that they go to. Celebrities go to half naked, all of them. So I think with this whole body positivity, I don't even think she feels like she's disrespecting them. She might feel like, look, I do what I want to do. That's what I get. I do what I want to do. And who are you to tell me what to do? I think a lot of times, even with some other, they just want a baby. They look for a guy that's handsome. Who I want a baby with some pretty hair. And I'm 30-something years old, and I'm probably not going to get married because I don't think she comes from marriage. I heard her praise her mama one time. Oh, my mama this, my mama that. I ain't hear nothing about no daddy.
Right.
So when you come from that, I'm telling you, Quay, it's different out here in these streets, man. It's the family structure, the way people think. People not thinking about marriage, and it's all about self. And she probably feel like, oh, I just had a baby and I got my body back snatched, so I'm gonna show it off. It's all about self-love.
Yeah, that's
and her
true.
Kids seeing it, you know what she gonna do? Like, look, mama was about her self-love.
Right.
That's what they thinking now, man. It's totally weird because he probably thought, well, if I marry her, she'd do this and do that. And she probably been like she always gonna be. And because he don't have the status, and I posted this on somebody else, but I said, and it shouldn't be like this, but I just look at things for what they are. He don't have the status or the money to tell her what to do.
Right. Yeah.
And it is what it is. I mean, because you don't see, I mean, I hate to use other people, but you don't see Beyonce walking, she respects her husband.
That's true.
Because Jay got the status and the money, be like, look, Clay, come over here and sit down. And I bet you go over there and sit down.
That's true. That's true.
If Jay was the old regular smuggler rapper, do what I want to do.
Right. That's real. No, that's real. I'm not. That's definitely a valid point you're making right there, Vince. Let's see. Donovan said Holly Weird has meet and greets and special requirements that these folks must adhere to remain relevant. Yeah, no, we definitely know that that's in play, Donovan, for sure. But let me say this, because I got a couple issues with this situation. Let me put this back up. Let's say this is an important piece of this whole thing right here. So I got to go back to my man's his post that he put up, and the part that I want to focus on is where he says towards the bottom, "This is my family and my representation." He says, "I have standards and morals to what I believe." I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This where the brother lost me. At the end of the day, the brother and Kiki have a child together, got a baby together. But I have a problem with the young man coming on here saying his standards and morals, but yet you had this baby out of wedlock and then you didn't marry this girl. So I'm like, what standards and morals are we talking about? So that's my problem with this young fella. It's like, man, if you decided that you wanted to have a child with this young lady, and I'm not saying if he was right or well, I'm gonna leave that right where it's at. But if you decided that you wanted to have a child with this young lady, why you ain't marry this girl then have a child?
True.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if she wasn't talking about getting married, then why are you having a child with her?
True.
So I'm like, brother, right there, you just went wrong. Let me call it what it is. That's where you went wrong, brother. Yeah, but then after you have the child with the young lady, now you want to get on here having a problem with how she out here acting. And that's backwards. Because see, you should have married this young lady. Y'all had y'all child together. Then you would have established your structure, and that's what it would have been. But see, you decided to do it totally backwards. So now you got to deal with the repercussions. Yeah, but this is my problem with some of these young fellas out here. This is why I always call on the fellas that we got a lot of stuff to clean up. Yeah, this situation is totally backwards. Let me call it what it is. Oh, girl does not respect you, bro. Yeah, but this is why you shouldn't even been sitting down having a child with this young lady. Yeah, if she out here doing her Hollywood thing, let her do that. Yeah, if she want to be over here slow grinding with Usher, let her do that. But because you didn't go about this process right, but then you want to come back and reference standards and morals, you done messed up, man. Yeah, but this is why I say, fellas, we got a lot of work to do. See, we got to stop doing this old nilly-willy type of stuff like this. Yeah, this mess always comes back and goes south. Yeah, I'm not saying that this young man and Kiki can't raise this kid to be a productive kid in society and all of that. I'm not saying that at all. Yeah, but you can't come back talking about standards and morals, and you literally went against the standards and morals. Yeah, that don't work. And then two, just based on the video that we saw, now we got to question her standards and morals. Yeah, because at the end of the day, she is a mother. She does have somebody that she has helped create that has to look up to her as a role model, as somebody to follow, as somebody to emulate. And like, to Chloe's point, these videos, they don't go away. This footage does not go away. It's going to be out here. Yeah, this child may have to endure this footage later on in life, outside of decisions that this child could even make. Yep. So as the mother, I got to question her morals and standards. So yeah, man, this whole situation is just it's all backwards. Yep, I understand where the young fella is coming from, because at the end of the day, he's probably still looking at it like, this my lady. Yeah, this is my lady. This is the mother of my child. I don't want her out here like this. Yeah, but like I said, what I would tell the young fella is, man, if that's how you want to go about it, I'm not mad at you, but you got to execute differently. So I'm gonna stop there for now, man. I'm gonna get some of these comments real quick. Let's see. Donovan said, "Baby lockdown movement." Yeah, that's in play, Donovan. He said it sounds like he wants the wholesome lifestyle. Man, Donovan, you something else, man. Let's see, but baby mama on her mission, man, she is. Definitely is. But yeah, man, like I said, I got problems with this thing all around. We kind of touched on this a little bit last night, but I got to circle back. And I got to call out the ladies for a minute. So like I said, we all know this topic done blew up. It's everywhere. All up on Instagram, shade rooms. It's everywhere. But I see a lot of ladies in the comments defending Kiki. If I see a lot of ladies in the comments defending her outfit. I see a lot of ladies in the comments defending her booty cheeks out here. Yeah, but I'm trying to understand what's really good. Yeah, so my question to the ladies out here, I know we got some female viewers out here. My question to the ladies is, ladies, keep it a buck. Is there ever going to be a point where one of y'all fellow sisters going to do something that's out of pocket? Let's just keep it a buck. She going to do something that's out of pocket, and y'all going to call her on it. Yeah, to the ladies that's watching right now, drop a comment. Is there ever going to be a time when one of y'all sisters going to do some out-of-pocket stuff and y'all going to call her on it because it was wrong?
No.
You say no. What's up with that?
No. Because I don't know if you've been paying attention, but the last few situations where women have been called out, like the young lady who literally physically snatched the microphone out of the woman's hand at the graduation, right?
Right.
And I don't know I know you read her statement. I don't know who's watching, if they read her statement, but it says something like, I'm a Black woman. Almost, and the way she said it, almost like, I'm a Black woman. Who's going to tell me I'm wrong?
Who gonna check me, bro?
Exactly. That I say that all the time, Vince, because it's so true. Black women in general, obviously I'm not speaking for every single Black woman, but Black women in general have this attitude of, who gonna check me? I'm a Black woman. I can say whatever I want to say. I can wear whatever I want to wear. I can do whatever I want to do. And you ain't gonna say nothing about it. And if you do, I'm gonna shut you down. Black women are out here getting people's YouTube channel shut down, TikTok shut down, losing their jobs, canceled. And so they think they stuff don't stink. They think if they get together and they all get on one accord, that they can make stuff happen. And it's usually negative because they're not out here getting together to do nothing positive.
It's
wild. Always to co-sign this crap. That's what it is. That's why I told you, you can go find the most ridiculous situation that we've had in the last 2 months. Go find it. Go find the most ridiculous situation. If it's been men, women, it don't matter. Go find the most ridiculous situation on social media, whether a celebrity or a regular person, it don't matter. Go find the most ridiculous situation you can find that somebody has posted about, and then go straight to the comments. I guarantee you the first comments you're going to see is a Black woman talking about how should nobody be judging, and we can do whatever we wanted to do, and it ain't none of your business, and mind the business that pay you. I guarantee it. I'll bet you money. Because all Black women in general do is co-sign this foolishness. Because somewhere along the way, we became the gatekeepers. We can't figure out how to get our own community together as Black women. We can figure out how to be boss bees, but we can't figure out how to maintain a family structure. Man, woman, child. We can't figure that out, but we can go and police everybody else and tell them when they wrong, when they not wrong, what they should stand up for, what they should sit down and not say anything about, who's judging who. We can do that quick, but we will not get on code when it comes for standing up for our community, for something that's going to advance our community, like the family structure. We're not in the comments talking about that. We're not.
That's real. That's real. Yeah, I just wanted to pose that question. Let's see. Kenyatta said, my friends and I call each other out all the time. Most don't call one another out because some feel like it's a code. So wait a minute, Kenyatta. Are you trying to tell me that in 2023, The young ladies will see one of their fellow ladies doing some nonsense and they will not call it out because they trying to uphold the girl code. Man, it's getting wild out here. It's getting wild out here. Let's see. Donovan said, let's see. Oh, I lost that one. Let's see. Donovan said, black women's mindset. Who gonna check me? He said it's the very reason they're broke, busted, ran through, and lonely. I ain't mad. Let's say we definitely see that who gonna check me attitude out here. He said we black men can't cover them with this ideology. That's real right there. That's real right there. Man, shout out to my guy, The Balance, checking in. He said women need to be led and know they need to be led. Let's see. Women need to be led and know they need to be led. But when a man comes leading, there's heavy opposition.
Who gonna check me, boo?
Yeah, I want to say something to that comment. I definitely agree with that because a lot of times me and Remy get a lot of questions about how we got together, how we got married. And if I say, well, I'm the leader, I'm the head, what you mean by that? That means I'm the leader, I'm the head. You know, women say they want a man to lead, but then when they get a real leader, they don't want to follow.
Say that.
But then they also pick men that are not leaders. See, that's what I'm getting to. They don't pick men who are leaders. They pick men that they need to put together or they need to push and pull. But then when it doesn't turn out the way they want to, then they want to say, well, you're not a leader. Well, you didn't pick a leader. Because a leader would be somebody that you would have to submit to and follow. But you really don't want to do that. You want to be this so-called partnership. 50-50. You know, we co whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then there's a lot of times it just boils down to the lack of male leadership in the home. I'm telling you, Quay, I've ran across, I don't know how old you are, but I ran no father, no grandfather, no uncle, nobody. And then now, it used to be the church that could get us together.
Right.
I was raised in coaching, so deacons could tell me something. The mother of the church can tell my girl cousins, baby, your dress is too short. Baby, I can see your legs. Put a slip on.
Right.
Baby, you shouldn't be, grinning and cheesing in front of these boys. And the mama would co-sign, the mothers of the church and say, you listen to Mama Jones. But now the mama's going to tell Mama Jones, don't say nothing to my daughter.
That's where we going wrong, man.
And the church used to be an extension of authority.
Right.
Especially for young people. I mean, I still don't cuss around older people. I can't. And I'm 50. I'm old. But the 70-year-old person sitting there, I'm not cussing. I'm saying, oh, excuse me, I didn't, But now these kids think they can cuss and be grown, and it's just a bad situation out here, man. And I don't know what needs to be done. I was in Cleveland. I thought I was in Detroit. It was body Queens. It was body stone face city again. We was are we in Detroit? We were really like, these people don't smile, do they? Man,
Midwest, man. If it's Cleveland, if it's Detroit, it's Chicago. You already know what it is. It's all the same, man. Let me get some of these. Let me get some of these comments real quick. Let's see. Donovan said, "Women encouraging women in foolishness. The blind leading the blind." That's real right there, Donovan. Let's see. Kenyatta said, yes, some believe in girl code, especially black women. We as black women need to do better. Straight like that. See, Donovan said 50-50. He said, Vince, the only time women want to do 50-50 is on their way out the door, taking half of nothing they built.
Donovan.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. Donovan, he got that one off his chest real quick. Let's see. The Balance said, but the church now supports whatever pays them. Ooh-wee.
That's a good one.
This
Gotta
That
is
have
is a
them
fact.
good one.
ties. Gotta
This
have
is
them
a fact.
ties.
Yeah, it is. That is a good one. I'm gonna
This
give
is
it to
a
you, the
fact.
balance. That's a bomb drop right there. Let's see. And the
Mm-hmm.
Bible is open to interpretation.
Ooh, say that.
I see the
My
balance on
goodness.
fire tonight.
My
Yeah, the
goodness.
balance is on fire tonight. But yeah, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. Yeah, let me ask this question. Do y'all think that the father of the child should have some say so or as to what the mother does?
See, this one is tricky.
Go ahead.
This is why. Because even though I feel like they both should have a certain level of respect for each other, I really do. Regardless if you guys ended up being married or not. I
Right.
just think that you knowing that this is the father of your child, him knowing this is the mother of my child, that there should be a certain level of respect between the two of you. I feel like that's what helps a better co-parenting situation if there is a level of respect between the two of you.
Right.
And I feel like when that is missing, you see a lot of issues between the couple, which translate to them there being issues with the way that they parent together. And so I guess for me, I'm just going, um, this is tough because he is not her husband and she is not his wife.
Right.
And I think that we've allowed the lines to blur so much that people are starting to not be able to tell the difference. But there is a difference in being a wife. There is honor in being a wife. There is reward in being a wife. There is benefit in being a wife. Just like there's honor, reward, and benefit of being a husband. But both have to choose right.
Right.
They have to choose right. And I think that's a big part of it. Um, and ultimately, it goes back to the type of woman you are. Because when I was dating my husband before he became my husband, he had an amount of um, I allowed a certain amount of authority for him to have in my case, right? I allowed it. Does that mean that he told me everything to do? No, he didn't even attempt to do that. That's not really his personality. But I allowed that. But the reason why I allowed that is because I knew the type of man I had.
Mm.
And my husband and boyfriend did not wait to show me, one, that he could lead me. He began showing me that he was a leader during our courtship. That's another thing. He courted me. He began to show me that he respected me and he demanded respect. He began to show me he was trustworthy and he trusted me. He began to show me the qualities of the type of man he would be if we were to get married. And I did the same. So for me, yes, I allowed him to have certain say so in things that I did, because I gave him that respect, but he also gave me the same. And so I think that it really matters how you um, your intentions. And I feel like when you go into a relationship with intentions to begin with, and you go into a relationship thinking I'm getting to know this person on a level because this is someone who I'm entertaining to be my partner in life, then I think it changes it for you. And I feel like your mindset sort of changes, and I feel like you'll automatically give that person a certain amount of respect because of that.
Right.
What I think we're seeing is people are in relationships, but the intention is not there. People are in relationships, but the respect is not there. The trust is not there. It's not there to begin with. And then they add a child into it, and that's supposed to somehow solidify the relationship. And it doesn't, because all of the things that you need in order to have a healthy relationship are missing. So, no, that in that type of situation, a woman's not going to have very much respect for the man, and the man's not going to have very much respect for her. It's just impossible. Ultimately, if this is what you want, then you need to be married. Ultimately, if that's what you want, then you need to date with intention. Ultimately, if that's what you want, you need to be the type of person that you to mirror the type of thing that you want in your life. If you want someone with high moral standards, then you need to be someone who has high moral standards. And don't be getting with anybody that doesn't. It's a waste of your time.
Right.
Anything less, you just playing games, and I can't take you seriously anyway. So at the end of the day, in this particular situation, to answer that question, he was playing because he knew who this chick was before he married her. Kiki, like Vince said, Kiki was no, she wasn't no wallflower when you met her. This woman was in the girls at one point in her life.
Mm.
So let's just call a thing, as the girls say. She really ain't the one for you to be settling down with if that's what you calling yourself having a high moral standard. And you all already called him out about the fact that how you gonna have high morals and be shacking up.
Facts, facts.
So let's call a thing a thing. Does he have a certain amount of respect? No, clearly.
That's real. That's real. That's real. Let me get this comment right quick. See, Donovan said, "Fathers say so." Hell yeah. Let's see. That is part of provide, protect, lead, guide, cover, and love. Okay. All right. All right. So he can speak as with regard to the child, but no say so over what she got popping. If I'm understanding you correctly, Donovan, correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see the balance. He said, and a healthy level of communication is necessary between co-parents. And the Bible, sex consummates marriage.
I I need him to explain a little bit more on the last part about in the Bible says consummates marriage because I think there's more to that because it's a lot of people having sex out here and they clearly ain't in no type of commitment or no type of marriage or nothing like that. So marriage does consummate, sex does consummate marriage after there has been intention, after there's been declaration, after there's been a covenant made, then yes to all of that. But I want him to expand on that because sex don't automatically consummate marriage.
All right, the balance. There it is, man. You let me know if I need to throw that link up here on the screen, man. All right, let's see. Donovan said, folks ain't courting these days. They just test driving and changing lanes with no set destination.
Well said.
Man, see, this
Well
got me.
said.
I got all type of questions about this stuff. Let's see. The balance said, and just because women aren't married doesn't mean they don't need leadership. Facts.
It's true. Very true.
Yeah, no, young ladies need leadership in all facets of life. Young
Yes.
ladies and older ladies.
Yes.
Yeah, so we just need to go ahead and make, let that be what it is. If
Mm-hmm.
ladies need leadership at all times, I'm saying it. Let's see. Donovan said the fathers. Let's see. The fathers say so. Let's see. Should be over mother and child. She has his seed. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Go
But
ahead, Vince.
but still, you understand having the seed doesn't have you have authority over her. If you want
That's
authority
true.
over her, then you need to be married.
That's
Point
true.
blank. Period. There is no, well, she got my baby. She should do this. She should do that. No, she should do what she want to do because she's still single. If you
That's
die
the
tomorrow,
caveat.
ain't no provision for her. Ain't no
Yeah,
social security coming.
that's true.
Probably ain't no life insurance policy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the child can get some social security, but what have you provided? And I think I have to understand that I'm a different kind of guy. Hey, Quay, I'm pretty sure you agree with this. I take care of everything. I'm gonna take care of it while I'm here, and I'm gonna take care of while I'm gone.
No
But I
doubt.
have to understand that there's so many men out here faking and shaking and
Right.
wanting the cow. Well, they want the milk and not buy the cow. They
Right.
want
Right.
all these respect and reverence and but you don't want the real responsibility. The real responsibility is putting your name on that license.
Mm.
That's the real responsibility because then she's yours and you're his.
That's the thing, Vince.
Period.
That's the
Legally.
thing. That's the thing that's missing. This is why it matters because there's a level of accountability that comes in when you're willing to sign your name on a dotted line and claim her. I understand that people will say, "Oh, but this is just the government all up in your business." And listen, we understand how the government works. Come on, y'all. We understand how the government works here in this society. We get it. And was this exactly the way it was being done in biblical times? Obviously not. But there was intention in biblical times because your father had to, one, approve of the arrangement. And there was usually some type of financial exchange that happened as well. Either you gave goods, they bartered, you would give livestock, you would give. So there was, you would make this declaration in front of people. So there were witnesses, there was accountability. And see, today we want the commitment without the accountability. And what the laws of this land do, because the Bible does tell us to respect the laws of the land. What the laws of this land does is it, whether you agree with it or not, it establishes a level of accountability. That's why you got to go through all the red tape in order to get divorced.
Right.
There is a level of accountability that is assigned when you go through the necessary processes to become a married couple. Now, you can disagree with it, that's fine. But at the end of the day, there has to be some skin in the game. There has to be some accountability, or else we can just all just kind of get with people and casually do whatever we want to do and call it whatever we want to call it. That's not order. And God is a God of order. That's why there was a process back then. That's why they didn't have sex until it was official. That's why the courting period, he would make himself known, hey, I want her, but there was still a period of time before he could actually have her. There was a whole process. And I think we want to apply the Bible in places where it fits our narrative. But then we don't want to take the whole of the word, the whole of it, and apply it to our lives. Because if we did, a lot of the problems that we're having, we wouldn't be having these problems.
And even with that, even when people say stuff like, well, it's on a piece of paper, I say, I know you stupid. Because at the end of the day, you don't own anything without a piece of paper. You can say you own your house, but if you ain't signed that deed, it's not your house. If you driving a car, you ain't signed that lease, that's not your car. So when people say, well, it's just a piece of paper, everything is a damn piece of paper. Everything, anything you in business, it would be smart for you to have a contract. It wouldn't be, hey, yeah, I'm gonna buy this house from you, but yeah, I don't need no purchase agreement and I don't need to sign no title. I'm just gonna give you $50,000 and hope you're gonna do me right. Cause I don't want nobody in our business.
No, we ain't doing that, man.
So when people go talking that old bullshit, I'm like, you stupid. I just can't get with that. Because everybody who, even with men who got sense, even billionaires get married. And they got more than lose than your little bus driving job or your little Ford job. Oh, I don't want nobody to take my money. You ain't got no money. It's billionaires who understand to get married. And they got way more to lose than what you got, bro. So when people go to talking that way, it's just, I say, you stupid. You don't even have to say nothing else to me. Oh, that's man's law. I say, and then I think, you must ain't got nothing. You must don't have no house. You must don't have no car. You probably owe the IRS. Just stop talking to me. Because that's just, it makes no sense.
No, I feel
people
you.
don't even understand because I didn't at one point, the legality of having children when you're married. When you have children when you're married, it's easier to claim your rights. It's easier to get visitation and all that because you were married when you had the child. If you just have a baby and you not married and something happens, had a friend of mine. He had a child and wasn't married. The lady, his baby's mother, died when the child was 3 weeks old.
Oh wow!
From complications from the pregnancy. He had no rights. Paternity hadn't been established. Wow. He couldn't sue the hospital. He couldn't make sure that the child had provision for it. That wasn't his wife. And her family was ghetto, backwoods. And he had nothing to say. Had a child with her. But he had no rights.
Yeah, no contract.
So bad, 'cause he was a good guy too. Had absolutely no rights.
Yeah, no contract in place. Yeah, no, that's real, man. That's real. Let's see. The balance said, just because we're doing it wrong doesn't mean the laws change. No, that's true. Yeah, the laws are still the laws. I said we are definitely doing a lot of things wrong. That is for sure. See, Donovan said, I feel you, Vince. Let's see, maybe I should say positive influence for the women. Let's see, for the woman in regards to the child. Okay. It's another way to put it. Let's see, Kenyatta said, Vince, I have these conversations with people every day. Yeah, no, I appreciate those comments. But yeah, I just like I said, I felt this was definitely a worthy conversation. Like I said, it is just very representative of what we are seeing today and how folks are moving out here in these relationships today. And it just triggers for me. I know it triggers a lot of questions, because I said, if I had an opportunity, I got questions for Kiki and her boo right here. And my first question would be, Kiki, why you even have a baby with this cat? Yeah, it's obvious. You don't even respect my man. Why you have a baby with this cat?
She's 29 and her clock is ticking.
Mm-hmm. And she wanted a child.
And
see, that's what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
we back on that selfish stuff again.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, let's just keep it a buck. Why you even have a baby with my man? Like, clearly you don't respect my man. She don't even move like she respect my man. Let me just keep it a buck. So it's like, why you even have a baby with my man? It's like, two, you know what I'm saying? We talk about, some of the struggles and challenges of single motherhood. But it's like you literally volunteered. It's like, so help me understand that one. Yeah, we all understand that, you know what I'm saying? Children are a full-time job. Yeah, but it requires help. It requires support. It requires a village. But now we see in situations where young ladies are literally choosing to be single mothers. Yeah, so all I said, I'm just trying to understand what is really going on. Yeah, then I will have questions for the young fella. Yeah, it's like, what I'm saying, why are you having a child with this young lady? Let's say you ain't even made no commitment to her. Yeah, why are we doing that? Yeah, why are you even having a child with the young lady? Just, to come out here and feel like you're getting disrespected out in public. Like, why are you even setting yourself up? So it's like some of these decisions that we're making, it's like I just feel like we're not thinking long term. If everything is short term, everything is selfishly led. Yeah, but it's like then in these situations, does anybody ever consider how it's going to affect the kid? Yeah, it's like we really got to think about that. Yeah, do these folks ever even consider how it is going to affect the child? Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Yeah, we got so much work to do out here, man. I'm just, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
Then Quay, I think what it is too, because I could just say in my experience that you really don't think about it. And I think about it more than most because, as you know, I got a total complete do-over.
Right.
So most people don't get that. Most people have their kids and they get married, they don't have no more kids. So they don't really get a whole new do-over to do things, quote unquote, the right way. So
right.
You never really experience like wanting a child. Not just having sex and all, but really getting married and wanting a child.
Right.
People they really don't want to admit that a lot of our kids we were just having sex. We weren't having sex to get pregnant for real and get married. And it's such a eye-opening experience. Like me and Remy talking today, it's like we're not going nowhere. Our kids will be devastated. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't about, okay, we fall out of love. Let's fall back in love. And one time we loved each other. Let's get back to that for these kids. Because I told you, my grandmother had said something in my first marriage, and she said, well, why don't y'all just stay together for the kids? And I understand what she meant by that now. at 50. I didn't understand that at 23. I'm like, I'm not gonna be unhappy. I can't do that. The kids would be better if we ain't together because I'd be happy and I wasn't happy and she wasn't happy. It was a bunch of damn trauma. And that's what most people. They leave one situation and then it's a carousel of boyfriends. It's a carousel of trauma.
Right.
It's a carousel of men being around your kids that don't love your kids and they out here killing them. They ain't killing their own kids. They killing her kids.
Right.
Because y'all couldn't find a way to say, okay, let's do it for the children. What's wrong? My thing is, what's wrong with doing it for the children? What's wrong with doing it for the children? Now I understand if it's violence, if it's drug abuse, but if it's something as simple as, oh, well, he's boring, or oh, she fat, or oh, she don't cook, or oh, he don't work, or oh, she don't, can't we get over that and find a way for the kids? Because I always tell people that have grown kids, I said, have you ever really talked to your grown kids about how they felt growing up and their father not being in the home? But most kids can't have that kind, especially with mama. They'll have it with daddy. They'll tell daddy all night long, you wasn't there, you wasn't this, you wasn't that. But mama, they won't tell mama, yeah, mama, you did this, but I ain't really like that second boyfriend you had. He ain't really treat us good. Or mama, I ain't really like the fact that I was always with granny while you was at work. I wanted you to come to my play recital and this and that. And
yeah, you can't hurt mama feelings. You know how that go, man.
No.
You know how that go, man. You can't hurt mama feelings, man.
But the one thing I say is we got to do better by our children, man, because our children are growing up terrible.
Right. Yeah, and I feel that. I agree with that, man. Yeah. We're gonna get ready to I just saw that comment. Yeah, we're gonna get ready to wrap in a minute. Let me get a couple of these comments real quick. I know a couple, let's see, came in. See, Donovan said, let's see, he ain't pull out in time. You know what, Donovan? I don't know, man.
Hey, he might have been trying to do the Mary J. Blige. Maybe he's looking like this to come up for me. I mean, they doing that too nowadays.
That's true. No, that's true. We can't pull that out of this equation. Let's see. The balance said we get caught up too much in all the semantics. There's a right and a wrong way to do things, and our backward society is creating these unnatural complications. That's facts. That's facts right there. The balance. See, Donovan said there ain't much foresight in folks' actions these days. Nah, man. So we definitely ain't thinking long term. He also said preparation is a major key in success. No doubt. That foundation is important. See, the balance said the problem is women can't be checked. How that man addressed the situation was wrong, but maybe he felt that was his best outlet in social. It's a good point, the balance. That's a good point. I know fellas do feel like, they can't be vocal out here. So my man might have took the opportunity and leveraged that social to be heard. Yep, to be heard. Let's see, Kenyatta said, it seems like everything that was once considered wrong or a struggle is now considered a flex. It is. Definitely everything has flipped upside down. Let's see, dressing half naked, not being in a relationship, etc., etc. I'm gonna circle back to that comment. Let me see if I got any other ones that came in. Let's see. The balance said the media era. That is true. The media era is definitely playing into this. The balance also said, and what Vince said is the reason that women need to be with the man they made the children with. The next man only cares how he's going to keep getting sex. Okay, appreciate that comment. Shout out to Jocelyn Dennis in the building. She said, I'm late to the convo and I'm actually laughing that folks are so concerned about what goes on in celebrity relationships. They not regular. See, we need to focus on regular folks in our own homes and communities. Stop allowing the media and these celebrities to dictate how we roll. Take responsibility. Men and women, turn the TV off, turn the music off. We have a choice. Our money goes long if we use it right. Where's the respect? Where's the common sense and the discernment? Go ahead, Chloe.
I was muted. I would say I agree that we should spend less time being invested in what's going on in pop culture and what's going on between celebrities. I wholeheartedly agree. But like I said earlier, I'm not really tapped in to what be going on in the media world. But when these situations come up and people are talking about it, I like using it as a case study because
Right.
the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, we do emulate art. It's not the other way around. Like I said last night, art doesn't imitate life. Life imitates art. We imitate what we see. And as much as we like to say it doesn't matter, the truth is we are watching these people. Some of us, not all of us, I'm speaking in general terms. And we are trying to emulate their lifestyles and their behaviors. And that's why so many women are co signing this behavior. This particular situation is a good case study. We can use this particular situation as a do or don't do. Because the truth of the matter is, there is a regular smuggler, degular couple somewhere where the man feels like he is not being respected in the relationship, where he feels like he can't tell his significant other when he doesn't agree with or what he doesn't appreciate about what they're doing in a relationship. That is absolutely true. This is happening in real relationships, in non-celebrity relationships, where the men feel like they can't say anything to the woman about her behavior, about what she does, who she hangs with, what she wears. This is happening in real relationships. That's why
Right.
it's relevant. Now, do I think we should hang on everything that these celebrities are doing? Absolutely not. But there is something that we can learn from some of these situations because we are having the same problems. They just look different. They just look a
Facts.
little different because we're not celebrities.
And I think that's a deflection because I wish people would stop that cap because we want to look like celebrities with all the little baby hair. Y'all want y'all booties like celebrities. Y'all want a vacation like y'all seen the Housewives of Atlanta. Now everybody gotta go to Jamaica every 2 or 3 months. Well, where y'all get that from? Our grandparents went on vacation once a year. That was down south somewhere.
True.
So let's stop with all this cap about it. Yeah, you do. You wear your hair like them. You want your body like them. You want to act like them. You want to look like them. You want what they got. You want to go out there and buy a Mercedes when you need to be buying a Honda Civic. You want the type of men that they got. That's why your baby daddy got 7 kids, like Future. So let's stop with all this cap about it. Yeah, y'all want to be like celebrities too. So y'all invested. Y'all, we all, I hate when people say, well, most people are the same. Most people want the same thing. If you put 10 people in the same room with the same upbringing around the same neighborhood, they either a nurse or a social worker. The dude work at Ford. They got 2 kids, one by their high school sweetheart and another 2 or 3 years later. We are not that different. And when you talk to people, it's not. So let's just start with all this cap like everybody. So because if it was that simple, would nothing work? If everybody was that particular and that different, would nothing work? You couldn't charge. I went into the store. They want $4,000 for a Dior bag. I'm like, I'm not spending $4,000 for your bag, but everybody want one.
Facts.
They not paying their rent to get one. So let's stop all this cap.
Mm.
Because all the difference between us and celebrities is they got more money. They got the same problem. They dealing with baby daddies and baby mamas and crazy ass mamas and daddies wasn't there. They just got more money.
Mm.
They had a gift. They was able to get them a couple dollars.
That's real. And just to touch that real quick, just to clarify, Jocelyn, I'm not sure. I think context around concerned is important. Yeah, I think we may be, or folks may be talking about two different concerns, right? So, having this conversation tonight, I can care less what Kiki and her boyfriend over here doing. I can care less if she was over here slow grinding on Usher and whatever else. I can care less. But what I do care about is my direct community. Yep, and the reason why these conversations are important, it's not based on the concern, but it's based on the direction that we're going in down at this level. Yeah, but to Vince's point, we doing some of the same nonsense. Yeah, but that's the issue. That's why we got to have the conversations so that we can try to prevent some of us from going down these roads. Yeah, based on these examples that continue to come our way. Yeah, so that's why we having this conversation. Yeah, Kiki ain't paying none of my bills.
Mm-mm.
I don't know about y'all. Whatever her man name is, he ain't paying none of my bills either. That ain't my grandkid. That ain't my niece, my nephew. That ain't none of that. So they can go and do what they do. She can continue letting Usher rub her up, whatever they do. They can go and do what they do. Yeah, but at the end of the day, somebody got to get and help get this community in order. Yeah, but that's where the focus is. Yeah, let me keep it a buck. See, the balance said, let's see what Jocelyn said. Turn this entertainment off, TV, radio, internet. And let's say it's a valid point.
Valid.
Yeah, do people put a lot of priority around TV and entertainment and radio and all this stuff? Yeah, they do. So now that is a valid point for more reasons than just what we're talking about here today. See, Donovan said, more money, more problems. Rich folks live check to check too. Wealthy folks live generation to generation. That's real. Let's see, Donovan also said, side note, what celebs eat don't make none of us ish. No, that's facts. That's facts. Well, man, like I said, we're gonna get ready to wrap. Listen, I'm glad we was able to have this conversation. I said because I think this situation definitely applies to some of the things that we see at our level or in our direct community. So I definitely think it was a worthy conversation. I think there were some great points that were brought up, some great points in the discussion. And hopefully, like I said, everybody who's looking at this episode or sees this episode can take some gems from this episode on how to move and how not to move. So we're going to grab some closings real quick, man, and we're going to get up off of here. Like I said, we're supposed to be off. It's Thursday. We go to Chloe first. We're going to go to Vince, then we're going to get up out of here. Chloe, you want to say anything closing before we get up out of here for the night?
Yeah, just this. I think that we have to start taking life more seriously. I see a lot of people playing games out here. I'm not really sure where the mindset of this do whatever you want to do mindset, this nobody can tell me anything mindset. It's a mindset of rebellion and stubbornness. And this type of mindset is getting us nowhere fast. We each need to be accountable to someone. And first and foremost, we need to be able to be accountable to ourselves. But a lot of us don't even want to accept the things that we know are issues for us or challenges for us or the things that we know we struggle with. We don't even want to be honest about those things. We don't even want to hold ourselves accountable for the things we know are some of our worst traits. And we know every single person knows what some of their worst traits are. But then they'll say, oh, that's just how I am. And, oh, God working on me. Girl, God been working on you since you was born. He ain't made no progress yet. Stop using it as an excuse. Because when you really let God work on you, it's going to change. It's going to change. We need to stop going out here making all of these ridiculous. This is not about Kiki and Darius. We need to stop making all of these poor choices. We out here picking the wrong dudes. We don't need Kiki's example. We doing it. We out here in relationships with people that we don't respect. We out here doing it. We out here, having babies too soon, not ready with the wrong people, and then we going out here acting like a dang on fool, and then 20 years later, when the Freaknik documentary come out, now everybody all the mamas running around worried that they kids and they business co-workers and everybody gonna see them with their behinds out acting a complete fool. Because we don't think about anything that we do. We have come to believe in this particular era that anything we can think and dream up in our mind is acceptable, is okay. We don't count the costs. We don't think about the long game. YOLO. Y'all gonna learn that mindset is from the pit of hell. And that's where it's gonna send y'all. That YOLO mindset, y'all better get off this ridiculousness. I agree. I'm gonna go one further than Jocelyn. Turn the TV off. Turn the music off. Don't go to the movies. I'm gonna go one further. Open up your Bible and read it. So you can know your history, because that's your history. See, what we don't understand as people, melanated people, is that's our history. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Open up that Bible and read it. That's your history. Civil rights ain't your history. That's your history in that book. Find out where you came from so you can understand where you going and what you need to do to get right. I'll land.
There it is. There it is. Let me get this comment real quick. Let's see. Shell G. I think she's checking in from YouTube. Shout out to you, Shell G. She said, yes, I'm a woman. Everyone should be covered.
Period.
Point blank, period. Appreciate that comment, Shell G. Appreciate that comment. All right, Vince, you want to say anything before we get out of here, brother?
Yeah, I just think that every situation is, something can be learned from it.
Facts.
I just think that in this situation with Kiki and Darius, it just goes back to is you can't change people. You have to be intentional. You have to have these conversations before, let me say again, before you have children. If you want a stay-at-home wife, you need to ask her before you have children. If you want a provider, you need to understand before the type of man that you have. So then you won't get to these places where it's disrespect or you're not getting what you want. We just need to be more intentional. We need to talk to our children about how to vet friendships, relationships. I think that this is a conversation that we have to have more conversation, because there's so much information that's thrown at our children. And as parents, we should be the filter to disseminate that information to our children, so they don't go out there game goofy.
Right.
Like I said, I blame dude 1,000%. He should have knew what he had. He should have stayed in his lane. No doubt. I don't believe everybody. You should stay in your lane. She should stay in her lane. And there are lanes. People want to everything. No, there's lanes. There's levels to this. As Meek Mill said, there's levels to this, and I believe in the levels. So, I mean, my thing, you need to have a conversation. And then also, we can't have it both ways. I know it's, sometimes with African Americans, we want it both ways. You can't have it both ways. If you want the respect, you got to do what respect calls. You can't say, "Oh, I want her to treat me as a husband. I'm not a husband. I want him to treat me as a wife, but I'm not his wife. I'm just his baby mama." And it's not the same thing. So we just gonna have to keep it a buck, as Quay would say.
You know it. All day you got to keep it a buck, man.
Keep it a buck.
For real. Well, I'm just gonna say this, man, that we can get up out of here, man. Man, we got so much work to do. Yeah, we was just live last night talking about the fact that the Black community be doing too much. It's only Thursday, and we back on here again, looking at how the black community be doing too much. Man, fellas, get on top of your decisions, man. Yeah, some of my fellas out here making some reckless decisions. Yeah, then are upset with the outcome. Fellas, get on top of your decisions. Yeah, fellas, get out here and lead, man. Yeah, stop following this nonsense. Yeah, build families. Get married. Have you some kids, man. Go through a process and set yourself up for some success, man. Like, come on. Man, we got so much work to do. Yep, to my ladies. Ladies, if this cat ain't made no commitment to you, stop with having the kids. Yep, demand that this man make a commitment to you before you have any children with this man. Yeah, we letting this sex and all of this stuff, we letting this stuff control us. It's driving us. Yeah, but if we just think back to a lot of these issues that we experiencing as a community, man, if this sex was not driving us like this, a lot of this stuff wouldn't even be going on. So, man, I'm calling on the fellas, man. We got work to do. Fellas, we got to fix this. Yeah, some of these ladies out here, they need leadership. If you identify, fellas, get out here and lead. Simple as that. Yep, and also lead by example. Yep, stop getting out here with these young ladies, having these kids. You ain't made no commitment to this young lady. Like, cut that mess out, man. Yeah, rarely does it end the way that you want it to end. Or better yet, rarely does it go the way that you want it to go. So, man, it's all about decisions. This is all about accountability, man. And I'm done. Man, shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. Shout out to my guy, Kevin Palmer, the real KP in the building. Shout out to The Balance checking in, dropping some comments. We appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Shell G. Shout out to all my YouTube gang out there representing tonight. I see all my YouTube people on here checking on. Shout out to my guy, Donovan, in the building. Shout out to Jocelyn Dennis in the building. Shout out to Kenyatta in the building as well. I think that was everybody. I think that was everybody. Shout out to my panel. Shout out to Chloe. Shout out to Vince representing Kandid Konvos in the building. We do this show every Wednesday night. Sometimes we do some impromptus on Thursday night. But at the end of the day, we're here to affect some change our trajectory as a people and as a community. And that is why we're here. Yeah, but we do that through great conversations on great topics that help change our mindsets as a whole. So, man, check us out every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Follow us on YouTube or subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook as well at Kandid Konvos. Man, share out the show. Hit that like button for us. Man, bring a friend the next time you join us. Let's say we want to get this great content to as many of our people as possible. And, man, with that being said, everybody have an awesome night. We will catch you guys next Wednesday.